You might remember, by the way, from the lower murals in this particular zone, actually, they say that monsters are actually very weak and that humans are very strong.
18 left. Yeah, yeah, this is where they teach you that, like, it takes, like, so many monster souls to equal one human soul, and they all turn to dust, and they're all just
Yeah. So it's not a huge
ephemeral.
surprise that you're crushing everything. And that won't really change either.
Sure, I just, I remember the papyrus fight from earlier. It was not
Yeah,
a one-hit kill.
it
It's
was
where I
not.
learned how blue attacks worked. Well,
Yeah,
it was where I solidified how blue attacks work. I guess I learned them from the guard dog, but...
yeah. But
Okay, so
also,
what's
it.
my... Oh, go
You
ahead.
want to go in the waterfall, get the thingy?
Oh, yeah, the waterfall. What is my point of no return here? Where should I not...
Dog, do you know?
Most likely where Monster Kid falls off the bridge.
Finally, a protective piece of armor. Got it. I wonder what the sound. So they've been warping the soundtrack the more evil I get. Except there's not really a whole lot of. There's just kind of like the water burbling here.
Yeah, but
Oh, I'm not gonna get to. Also, shops, or at least that one shop, I could just steal the shit. I was holding on to stuff to sell it to Temmie, but I'm not gonna see Temmie because I'm gonna kill Temmie. Um, her whole college education gone to waste. So yeah, if I'm not gonna sell it, yeah, I might as well just drop it.
no cool egg this time.
Egg.
It feels weird that Monster Kid seems to be the only one that isn't like keening on to my newfound nature.
They're just too oblivious. Too innocent. Also, again, all the puzzles are solved already.
Oh god. So the game isn't even like giving you the satisfaction of playing it at this point.
Well, I think it is more along the lines of
There's an explanation for it, I think.
Yeah. There is an explanation, sort of. I don't know if it would apply to the plants here, but it would apply to most of everything else. But
Don't forget the quiche.
yeah.
Say, I can
Hey,
use them
puzzle.
here.
You get to do a puzzle, yay! But the game does make it quite clear that our protagonist does not care about things that are not killing. And so the game makes it so that there's one thing you get to do.
You want to kill so much? Then here, I'll just give you all the. It's like those weird people who put their kids on all meat diets.
That's a thing?
Oh god, yeah, it's a problem of a thing.
Huh.
That's weird. Though, isn't that a diet? Like if you want to lose weight or something?
It's not a very
Well,
good diet.
I mean,
It's not very good, but it's a thing
So-
people do. I don't think
I think you're
children
talking
should.
about. So keto is a diet where you
Yeah.
avoid eating carbohydrates.
Yeah.
That's a real diet, yes.
That is different than I eat nothing but red meat, like literally nothing but red meat.
Yeah, no, you're gonna fucking die.
There are.
Being
You're
very
gonna die from gout.
Yay!
Check wall. Check wall, check 2. And then, furthermore, like, that is when you're applying it to an adult who is,
Yeah.
grown and developed, not a child who is still doing those things and needs the proper nutrition in order to do so.
Yeah.
I'm frequently just kind of surprised that not more children die of malnutrition, considering I hear things like, yeah, I drink Coca-Cola to every meal. It's like, oh.
Oh, I did that for a long time.
Yeah.
How are
me
you?
too.
It's
How are
not
you
good.
not that?
It's not good for you. Let me just put that out there.
No.
I stopped drinking soda after I had my first kidney stone at the age of high school freshman.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
I have mostly cut out soda. Granted, it's fucking hard.
I don't have a taste for it anymore. Thank God.
Well, there are some places, like, if I'm not at home cooking and eating, like, if I'm out, there are some places where there's water and soda. Them's your drink options, and you can only drink water so much.
For me, it's either like water or beer. That's,
I've been leaning into unsweetened tea
I
as
started.
much as humanly possible.
I drank a lot of seltzer in Denver.
Welcome to Undertale drink chat version.
Yeah.
What have you
Diet
been
version.
consuming in beverage form lately? I'm getting a little smiley face above my head when it's time to kill someone.
Yes.
Bye, Washua. Ouch, darned spot.
I
You-
think
Oh,
it,
You're at
appropriate!
the spot.
I think it's worth pointing out that you did not get that before.
The out darned spot?
No, the smiley face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is a Genocide run original. Our character is very happy about the situation.
Hooray for murder!
Hooray for murder! They are feeling it.
My striped shirt is stained in your blood. See, your bunt cake sexy wiggle, that just is that you have to die. Don't sexy wiggle at me. Jello mold.
What about slime sounds?
Slime sounds I'm fine with. Jello
Yeah.
is okay making slime sounds. It's in the it's in its milieu.
It's repertoire.
Yes. Ugh. I almost went to I was tempted to go to a movie theater. I did not, but I wanted to go see Peninsula, and I did not there. That was
God, I haven't been to a movie theater in a long time, and I'm not going for. You couldn't pay me to go.
Well, they made a big deal about, like, Tenet's out. Go see Tenet in theaters. And I'm like, my relationship with Christopher Nolan is more hate than love these days. Like, and I don't even know what this movie's about. But Peninsula looked like it was... Peninsula, if you're not aware, is the sequel to a Korean zombie movie called Train to Busan.
Oh, okay.
Train to Busan is a lot of fucking fun. Like, Dectalon, I know you said you don't really seek out horror movies, but this one is... It's less of a horror movie and more of like a coming-of-age father-daughter story, just with zombies on a train. It's very good. And there
I
was
do
a
still
sequel to
watch them occasionally. It's just that I don't really seek them out myself. It's more like if enough people say no, you should watch it, or
Well,
if
there's
someone whose taste I trust says no, you should watch it, then I'll watch it.
Well, I can tell you about a little film called Friday the 13th.
Doing pretty good with these double encounters. I think we're making good pace this time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this zone is going quick.
But to be fair, the encounter rate goes down towards the end, is the thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, let's go see where we're at.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh, 6. Okay.
6 left.
Three fights like that, and we're good.
Yeah. Well, that's good. At least this section goes by fast, because the last one does not go by fast.
Hot zone.
No, core.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Core takes a long time.
So have we... I imagine we have not... how do I phrase this?
We are getting close to the game showing its hand.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, where did Author Blues get to? I imagine
You
it has to be
haven't gotten
past-
there yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are about to get there, I believe.
Okay, because so
he was
far
not
again,
he was not having a good time doing this though, and it's
I mean,
not
this
because of
is-
the tedium. He just didn't want to kill everything.
sure.
He's too
I mean, I
nice
feel-
of a person.
I feel bad about the dogs. I can detach from the fiction. I've also got you two to bullshit with as a distraction, so that's all.
Yeah,
you know, working
he
in
only
my
does
favor.
solo streams. You
I,
can also
God.
see it on his face because he's got a face cam and a green
Oh.
screen, and he puts himself in the corner, and you can just see like both the tedium and the pathos like wearing on him.
That would be
That's,
fucking miserable.
At least that's good in a way, you know?
You are
Yeah,
still
Having the
doing its
intended
job.
effect. And it actually had its intended effect of making him stop playing.
Yeah,
So, you know, in that sense, good job, Toby, I guess.
I'm trying to think. What?
It didn't stop me though, because I was having, when I actually got to the gameplay parts, so to speak, I was having a great time.
Because you're a
Yeah.
soulless monster who loves to kill.
Yeah,
I mean, what?
no, because even when Toby tries to be exceedingly mean, he is very good at designing fights.
Mm.
So it was still very fun for me to do.
What has given me that like I'm a monster gut reaction? The ending of Lisa. The ending of Lisa did that.
yeah.
Sure.
When you come out of the army of Rando fight and you see what happened to Brad while you were looking through his eyes.
Yeah, that's a
That
very well
moment in
done moment.
particular.
The bit where I assume he starts turning into a joy mutant at that point, but when he roars and the rando army is scared of him,
Mm-hmm.
that got to me actually.
That whole
Um,
sequence is just fucking brilliant.
Yeah, the whole part is we just like I've been dead for 35 years.
Yeah.
The white phosphorus in Spec Ops. Oh, I
See,
don't
that
think,
did get
I
to
think
me.
those doubles only count as one.
Oh, really? What were we at?
We were at 6, and then I went back, and now we're at 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
fought an Aaron.
No, we also fought some Moldsmols, I think.
Yeah, we were at 6 and you fought 2 Moldsmol and an Aaron. So
I
we're
thought we had... See, I'm already losing track of the world. We're at 3
Yeah, I think-
now.
yeah, I think
Day
the count
17
still-
in Murder Fort.
Yeah.
I've lost count of murder. I don't know where my hands are. They're too bloody.
The bloodstorm continues.
I
It's
still
up to my
try.
knees.
I have a job to do. To entertain.
This is where I'd pull out that Russell Crowe thing, but nah, we're past that. That fucking movie won Best Picture. What the hell is wrong with the world?
Yeah, I mean...
Which one?
Gladiator. I mean, it was fine, I thought.
It's an okay movie.
It's an alright movie. I don't know if it was the best movie that year, but I mean, the Academies are bullshit anyway.
Fucking Crash won Best Picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking Green Book won Best Picture.
Haven't seen either of those.
Don't watch Green Book. Green Book's fucking terrible.
Alright. I wasn't gonna.
Watch Lovecraft Country. That does a better job of an aspect of Green Book. Seriously.
Alright.
So we were at 3, we killed 2 more
I don't know what that
smalls.
is either.
Yeah, let's see what our number is at.
1 should be, right?
If it's at 1,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Now we
so it
kill
does
one
count for
thing.
2. Kill one thing, we're done.
Your theory is correct, dog.
Yes, you are
Confirmed.
You are indeed. Submit this to Wikipedia. It's all official.
Yeah, just put it on Wikipedia. I'm sure they'll love that.
Hey, you don't know.
What?
there's fucking canon tying X-Men to Star Wars. Like there were fucking books. If you count the books, there was fucking Professor Xavier and Captain Jean-Luc Picard fighting Darth Vader shit.
Oh. Well. Never mind.
It's like you could combine like 2 properties I'm really not into and create a perfect storm of me not caring. That would be it.
I saw this book and I wanted to read it when I was a kid. I was like 8 years old. Hold on, I need water.
Yeah, me too, actually. Hang on.
No, it was on a shelf in a Walden Books when I was 8. And I was like, fuck,
oh god,
I want
Walden
that book.
Books. That don't exist anymore.
Yeah, it was the Walden Books next to the Suncoast Video across the street from the Blockbuster. Dating myself yet?
I mean, I think most people in their 20s or 30s will remember that at one of those stores.
But like it was before I knew the internet was a thing. It was before I knew fucking fan fiction was a thing. And here this book was, and I was like, oh, it's things I love all together, because I'm a dorky kid, and I love X-Men and Star Trek. And
I haven't learned why things need to be separate yet.
I mean, I was 8, yeah. I hadn't developed... I'm not going to call my taste good, but, you know, my taste such as it is.
Yeah, Walden Books, that's where I got all my, where I'd go every month to get, well, for when I was really young, I would be getting a Goosebumps book there every month. And then when I got out of those, I would be getting an Animorphs book every month.
I tried to track down Animorphs just as a series because I was curious to see if they hold up.
Apparently, they're still pretty good, and they're kind of smart for the time about, you know, how the main message is really not that, you know, it's cool to fight war, aliens and stuff. It's that, no, it kind of sucks.
Yeah,
and that's a theme I remember persisting throughout. Those kids were scarred.
I remember Marco, I want to say his name was, like, the whole subplot about his mom.
Yeah, he
was
the one with the mom.
Heartbreaking. And then, yeah, there was a lot of, like, we're children being forced to do things that children really shouldn't be pushed into.
Hello, Earth children. Please touch the power cube.
Fight the evil brain slugs for honor and space.
Actually, all of those books, even the fucking side books, were really sad.
Yay!
I remember Hork-Bajir Chronicles being really sad.
I didn't read those. I read the Andalite Chronicles, and those were extremely sad.
Oh, yeah, when you watch him get turned. That was fucked up.
Well, no, and you realize who Tobias's father is. That was fucked up.
Oh God, I forgot that.
Hi, Monster Kid.
Hey.
This doesn't change.
I'm totally expecting Undyne to just kill Monster Kid at this point, because, like, fuck it. She's embracing our nihilism.
No. Quite the opposite.
Well, that's fine. I'm gonna fucking dance her face off.
We'll see about that.
Oh, that may be the last time I ever see his sticky face animation.
Without just a bunch of blood surrounding it.
It has occurred to me that, like, the game might make me kill Monster Kid. And I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, you're gonna find out.
Oh, the fucking Ice Cream Man!
Yeah, he's skedaddled. he
know.
knows best for him. Was to move his business elsewhere, away from
But
the murders.
who will compliment me and say nice things?
Not ice
No
cream.
one.
You're gonna really keep doing that game? Cool.
Yes.
Yes.
By the way, there's nobody here.
Because you killed them all.
So now we just gotta walk. And that's easy.
I don't even remember what this area is supposed to be.
I mean, usually there were a
Dave-
few fights here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do you want the ballet shoes? We might want to grab the ballet shoes.
Yeah, let's get the ballet shoes. Where are the ballet shoes?
Left.
You-
I- It was quite some time ago when I was here last and giving a shit.
If I recall, the idea of this place was that they whisper wishes to the flowers that remember things.
Oh, right. Right.
Yeah, but they are all silent because no one's been here for a while now.
Yeah.
So I didn't, oh no.
You could get rid of a monster candy. It's practically useless to you.
Yeah. You're not going to be using those.
You're not going to
in
use
fights.
it. Like
Yeah.
I'll predict right now that candy, that donut, useless to you.
Yep.
The ballet shoes, if I recall, that's 3 lines in a row, and I gotta get them in the
Mhm.
in the zone.
And
Alright.
yeah, you could just throw away the tough glove. But nobody came.
Nobody came.
Well, I could talk about I could talk a bit about Hypnospace Outlaw and how cool that game was.
Oh yeah, that was the other
Wrong way.
the but duck.
Indeed. Wrong way.
That was the other guy. What's his name? The Dropsy guy.
Yeah, yeah, Jay Tholen. It is, and you know, this will be a non-spoiler explanation, but it's basically an alternate world '90s internet that you surf wearing a headband while you sleep. And you are a moderator. You are a brand new moderator on this service, and your job is to find various 5 different categories of infringement or 5 different violations, types of violations on the internet, on various web pages that people have put up, and it's very reminiscent of it's very reminiscent of the AOL GeoCities age of internet. And if you grew up at all on the internet in that period or had an AOL account, oh yeah, we want the dog residue.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need to cheese it for salads later, aren't we?
We might, yeah.
I guess.
I
don't
think
think
it's
the dog.
I think it's necessary.
Better to have it and not
You do?
need it.
Yeah, sure. It just the dog salads too are most of them anyway won't be relevant amounts of healing.
Well, one of them's a full heal.
Yeah, one of them is. Yeah.
So theoretically, we could at any point stack ourselves with infinite full heals.
With
Yeah.
enough work, yeah.
It's just a bit more tedium.
I mean, at this point, who gives a shit, right? Like, oh
Yeah,
no,
fair.
you sprinkled some salt on my giant pile of salt. Neutral up right, neutral down right. So AOL keyword moderators.
Yes.
No, not keyword necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what they used on AOL back in the day.
Right.
Had to think about that, but yeah.
I think. Hold on.
It's just I have it. I haven't played it yet.
No.
But I've seen Super Great Friend play a bit of it, and it seems hilarious.
It is really funny.
Oh, it doesn't work here. Because I'm a horrible monster. So,
Yay!
earlier when I mentioned the gag about how the annoying dog absorbed Toriel's phone into its unknowable mass, apparently...
Yeah, you call it and you hear ringing here.
Yeah, but I guess I can't do that because I've murdered everything and the game is telling me to go fuck myself.
Pretty much.
Indeed.
But what I will say about Hypnospace is that the story is really interesting, and it does go somewhere, and it's pretty satisfying by the end.
Yeah, Dropsy is on my list, and from what I've seen of it, it looks like the kind of thing that's weird enough that, like, I want to play anything you make, bud.
Yeah, I want to see what this guy does next, because he's made two very different but very clever games.
There's
I thought it was interesting if that is indeed what happened. But I know they made a trailer for Dropsy that was kind of weird and spooky for some
They
reason.
made a spooky trailer, and then they got a bunch of feedback on it, and then they did the sing-along trailer, which was way better.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
So
the
I just remember Ty saying that he talked to them personally. It's like, no, you will ruin yourselves.
Yeah,
really
I do remember him
quick,
talking about that.
the Shiren fight, is that indicative of more monsters to kill in this area, or am I good?
No,
to go?
that's just scripted.
That just happens.
Yeah, you probably could have, when you had one fight left, you probably could have just gone there.
Sure,
That could have been the
Yeah.
last one.
And then I killed the flower. I didn't see any of the trailers for Dropsy. I watched a video on a channel called Innuendo Studios.
Yeah,
I'd never
about
heard of
about two different games that have kind of the same theming.
Yeah, Dropsy and another game called another point and click called Alum, and it was just a video essay on like Christ symbology in video
Christ
games,
metaphor and in games.
and how these two are done very differently.
And how Dropsy kind of did it way better.
Yes, yeah. Alum is a bit more Old
Extremely
Testament and cynical.
heavy-handed.
Yeah.
No subtlety from what I saw.
It was weird because like when I started watching, we're like, oh, that looks neat. That's got some good pixel art, and and then by the time I got done, I'm like, oh man, just put that up there with Deponia with fucking.
Yeah, like games I'm not going to finish.
I don't give a
.txt.
shit anymore. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, fuck it. I finished Deponia because it was very short, and I was like, all right,
Oh, really?
I gotta walk through. Don't get me wrong. I gotta walk through to get through the back half of it. Because I was like, fuck it, alright. I put in the time, I might as well see the ending. And then I looked it up, and apparently it's like, the first of 5. And I'm like, nope. We are done. That is the end of that.
Yeah.
I guess if they were all really short.
I muscled through one because it was really short. Like, it was like 3 hours, I think, front to back, once I got the walkthrough. But I'm not doing
It comes
the
up
whole
on my
series.
recommended list a lot, and I'm not really sure why.
It's someone who is trying to recapture, like, the charm that Guybrush Threepwood had the first time you played him, but he doesn't know how to be charming.
Yeah.
So it's a
I
complete
really
failure.
didn't care for the character at all.
The worst kind of failure, the sad one, where you just kind of
Yeah.
feel sad for the creator. Like, oh no.
I feel real sorry for, like, anyone the creator has dated, because the character confuses
Oh no.
wit. He confuses wit with being shitty to his girlfriend, and that's pretty much the game.
Oh great.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like, this is a little more indicative of your personality than you would like it to be, isn't it, bud?
Gotcha.
We're done with the spears. Okay. If the main character was a different character, the series probably... Yeah, it's a neat concept. Like, it's about a world made of garbage. And all of the people who live in the garbage planet trying to escape to a planet called Elysium, which, you know, like, a little on the nose, but whatever.
That's not heavy-handed at all.
But, you know, it is a literal junkyard planet. Which I love DIY scrappy nonsense.
Yeah,
Sure.
and you'd seen that it would seem like there'd be a lot of puzzles like that where you're making do with like little stupid things that you find, which is, you know, prime point and click puzzle material.
And it makes for such a great diegetic excuse for a lot of batshit point and click logic because it's all you have. Like, why do I need to use a fish hook and a piece of chewing gum and a fucking, you know, deflated rubber duck? Because that's literally all I've got. Like, what is this?
What is that?
It's Dog Shrine!
Oh, we're not doing this.
I just want to see what happens when it gets to the first milestone. Because there is no dog.
There's no milestone.
There's nothing! It is just dump your money in a box. Fuck yourself.
Goodbye.
I don't think I've seen that. What is that?
So this is a PS4 thing, apparently, because Dog hadn't seen it when we did it the first time. In Papyrus's kitchen, you can go into the refrigerator, and it leads to a secret, like, Shinto shrine with a dog and a donation box. And every 10G you put into the box, it fills up. You walk outside, you walk back in, and it's added, like, another cosmetic thing to the room.
One is like a length of rope, which doesn't seem to be used for anything. One was like a wacky inflatable tube man, or something like that.
A second length of rope, a string of Christmas lights, just like a bunch of stupid shit. And it only exists because apparently when Toby Fox was, you know, asked to bring the game to PlayStation, Sony mandates that you put trophies into your games now. And he didn't fucking know what to do, so he just added this dog shrine, and half of the trophies in the game are you just put 350 gold in this box one at a time.
You know, the astronaut food may be worth your time.
Which, now that I've seen where this game goes, it's definitely making fun of me for giving a shit about trophies. That's the joke, isn't it?
Bicycle. It's useless.
You're the
Yeah,
bicycle.
it doesn't
And the
heal
monster
enough.
candy.
Yeah, the monster candy. They don't heal enough.
I don't know how many astronaut foods are in here.
I don't know. 2?
2. Alphys dropped her DVD case. pissed off dummy. So this... Oh no! I'm not gonna...
This is actually good.
Hooray! I've Pinocchio'd the dummy!
He's corporeal, which means...
Which means I can murder him.
Yes!
Good, because honestly, that fight was, like, fun the first time, and I didn't want to do it again.
Yeah.
Alright, determination. So, let's see. You're gonna die in the natural course of things. Nabs Tablook is just not home, and he took all of his spook wave with him.
He's moved out, and he's taken his music collection.
He left his computer, though. That's, that makes no sense.
Transporting a computer is extremely hard and expensive, and even when you do, nothing works.
Let's say, when's the last
True,
time
but he's a nerd.
When's the last time you tried to lift a CRT monitor? Those things are made out of fucking depleted uranium.
I know. I come from that age.
Could be my next weapon.
It could be, yeah.
No
CRT monitors swung by the cable.
It's gonna be my
lethal
next
flail.
Gonna be my Steam curated page of games in which you use CRT monitors as weapons. So far, I've got this and Phantasmagoria 2.
I guess the bandage we could stick in there.
Yeah.
Drop all this shit. You're just cluttering up the works. Is the stick worth keeping?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we're there. There will be no more jokes after the dummy thing.
Yeah,
there are. That was the last joke.
That was the last joke.
That was.
It's like that moment in Lisa where I had to point out this is the last joke in the game. There's only pain after this.
Swimming on Farty's body, or canoeing on Farty's body. Dog. Yeah,
the only joke left is, well, you probably.
The joke is on me.
Yeah, the joke is on you. That is the joke.
I am the living embodiment of all that is joke. The dog and I could have used it for Metaton ratings, but okay, that's all good. Turtle? Why are you still here, Turtle?
He's special, I believe.
Humans would never kill you. Oh, you mean me. Really? You want to chat? So this turtle knows that he's safe in his store.
Pretty much.
I am legend? I am legend minus the self-awareness, I guess.
I think Torn Notebook could be... I think that is like... That's strategy that someone
It could be
suggests?
worth your time.
I mean, it's not like I can't spare the money.
Yeah, go ahead and keep it on you, and just in case we need it.
Yeah. I do think it is something that is recommended.
But nobody came. I remember...
We're getting there. We just have to walk through, We just have to walk through this zone.
I was to say, I used the burnt frying pan last time, but that... I think it was only like a 4. Like, adds 4 to the healing bonus, so it might not...
Yeah.
Might not mean as much this time around.
Yeah, that won't help you. We keep being extremely ominous, but it's gonna pay off soon. Promise.
Rich history of Tem.
Everyone's... well, that one's still there.
Oh.
Huh.
She's here. Cammy, too oblivious to understand when genocide is happening.
Can't see murder when it's 6 inches from her face.
You cannot buy colleague.
Premium.
You cannot get the armor.
The armor might actually be useful if this is going to ramp up the way y'all keep saying it is, but yeah, not an option. Heals 2 PHP. Food of Tem. Quality expensive. Discount food of Tem. Oh my god. Well. Actually, we should be encountering, like the Temi fight itself is around here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in this area.
Speak of the devil. Nope.
It might have been phased out, just because we've already cleaned up the area.
Yeah.
Well, it seemed like it would have been one of those things like the Greater Dog or the Shiren where...
It just happens, yeah.
Yeah, just because it was so special.
Who knows how it's coded? Tammy doesn't work in conventional ways.
These, lighty crystal-y thingies are new.
Lanterns.
I mean, I suppose...
No, I mean you're supposed to hit the lantern so you can see the path.
Oh, right, yes. And, I got distracted by the red glowy crystals. Have they always been there and I'm just oblivious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That happens sometimes.
They're not summoned by pure hate. This is
But they're
it's
red!
not Final Fantasy or something.
They're the color of death. Of blood and murder. Well, no Temi. I guess you get to live this time, Temi. Alright. Any particular cruel twists to be bestowed upon our friend here?
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't actually remember.
Like, so I fully expect that that's how this ends. This is the ending where Asgore gets all the souls. Because that still hasn't happened.
I guess we'll see.
So yeah, those are my two. This ends with Asgore destroying the human world, and the core has over fucking loaded because Ice Wolf didn't do his job. Do I really have that option though? God, still so oblivious.
Me.
Up.
What am I doing? Yeah. Because all the monsters went back to the surface.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they all went to San Francisco. I don't remember if they ever actually said San Francisco, but that bridge that Papyrus and Sans are on in the ending, I don't know why. It's just the first thing I thought of.
I don't think they ever say where it is, or if it's even in our world, so to speak.
Yeah. I imagine there's no Mount Bota or Bata or however you're supposed to pronounce that.
Probably not.
But I could be wrong.
That's
I
not
know.
true, right? Oh, it is extremely true.
It is so fucking true, Monster Kid. You should have never come here. And turn your back on this fucking psychotic killer?
He doesn't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I wonder... I mean, it's pink. I could theoretically spare them,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna,
In my
because
way.
that's what we're here to do. Oh, jeez.
Are you ready?
Is she very determined?
Yes. Maybe I'll just put on the soundtrack for this bit for myself. Because it's really good.
The heroine appears. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Alright.
This song is called Fight Against the True Hero. And it is a real fight.
Tachi-machi! Ah.
Don't get hit.
The damage
No,
went
but
up quite a
seriously,
bit.
don't get hit. I hope you brought your best DDR pad.
You're red now.
Yeah,
Your
I
next
see that.
attack is gonna be in regular state.
At least that attack you can sort of figure out and do the same way every time. And this one too. The DDR attacks are, at least for me, are the hard ones.
Whew.
And as you can
Okay.
see,
Okay,
you'll be
we're
here
here.
for a bit.
This is where Arthur Blues gave up.
Okay, hey, look, we made it.
Yeah, we've arrived to the first obstacle. First real one.
Stay determined, Steve. Stay determined.
So you've got some healing items. I would say if you need it, take out one snowman piece, but the rest you're gonna want to save.
We need the box.
And I don't remember where the box was.
I think it's back. I think the last one was back by the turtle.
Yeah, I think it's back by the turtle. It's
Might
also your
Go ahead.
your other option is also equipping the notebook.
That's what I was thinking, because the damage seems to be like pretty high regardless of my actual stats. So that extra invincibility might do me some.
Yeah, that might save you.
Because at least then, when the DDR notes just kind of, fucking pummel me one after another, I'll get less of them will count. What do you even do at this point? Like, if you have accidentally stumbled into a genocide run,
You can't do that.
You can't. He made it so specific to do.
You have
maybe...
to really, consider you have to grind until there is nothing left, very specifically, and he still gives you a few chances to back out of it.
Sure, there is though.
I would say bring your astronaut foods.
And if you didn't, honestly, I think you maybe deserve what you get. I don't feel too bad for people who accidentally, quote unquote, ended up here.
Yeah.
Well, there is a certain mindset of like, okay, theoretically, right? You could get stuck in the ruins, just not knowing what to do and walking around in circles.
Yes.
To the point where then the counter appeared, and not know that that's not normal play, and go, okay, so I guess I got to run this counter down. That's what that's for. I mean, is it incredibly likely? No.
Well, in that case, welcome to this.
I was gonna say, infinite monkeys, infinite typewriters. There's also the kind of person who... there's also the kind of person who would see, like, the friendly RPG where nobody has to die and just instinctively go, fuck you, everybody, I'm gonna kill everything.
Yeah, and this is for them. This is specifically for that type of player. Or, people who want to see everything.
Yeah. I mean, I'm only going through this because, like, I have heard about it as an extant thing that the game does.
Yeah. But the game called that out as well, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm. I had honestly originally planned on doing neutral, genocide, and then pacifist, because, my inclination on these kinds of things is always like, if I got to do multiple runs, I want to do the good ending last, because that way it feels, more final.
But you were advised not to do that, right?
Yes. Apparently, if you check... Oh, okay. Checking Monster
I was
Kid.
like, no.
looks like free XP. The chat was telling me, it was saying about that last time.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I had a second chance. That's why I lost to Undyne, by the way.
Right.
So I could, obviously.
Exactly.
I appreciate that they acknowledge your defeat and cut the shit. Oh yeah, damage is basically the same.
I was stuck on this for a while, and I think
Yeah, it took me a while.
I did consider stopping, giving up here. Actually, I remember that because I'm really, really bad at DDR stuff, and it was really fucking me up more than I think it's even intended to. But yeah, I got through it eventually, and it was worth it.
That's the shmup stuff that gets under me. Oh, that didn't do shit.
No. As you can see, the enemies, they do real damage now. No, astronaut food wasn't even that good.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, astronaut food is 20 HP. It was better. It was twice as good as the candy you had.
That's true.
Oh.
Yeah. That attack too is also fairly easy to deal with from what I remember. Comparatively.
Stay determined, Steve. Yes, the
On
healing
it.
items. It seems like if
Don't
I
even.
get... Go ahead.
Don't even. It's way too early to start to get frustrated. I'm gonna say that.
Great.
Save it. Attempt to remain calm and serene, because you will need the mental energy.
Alright, so it seems like if I get to the point where I'm having to use healing items, I've already lost. Because that's just going to put me in a pattern that ends with, like, all my healing items are gone and I've done no damage.
Yeah, preferably you just master the attacks so you don't need to use healing items. They come in the same order, I think. So you can just learn the attacks. Because if you need to heal, then obviously you're not progressing in the fight. So that's more important to do.
Next is going to be the 3 from
Good
below.
job.
Oh no! Oh, usually I don't get hit by that one.
I think these ones are a little bit harder. Yeah.
Yep, we are here now in the pain dimension.
We finally arrived.
This is why I said to bring a snowman piece, because it's like 40 HP.
It's
And
the
that would
one...
actually... It's like the one good healing item we can use.
It'll, like, pull me out of that hole. Well, I just walked through the desert and... This one's not so bad because it's just left and right.
Yeah. It does sort of end up being sort of a DDR kind of thing where it's the same every time, so if you can learn it, then it's not that bad. Like, you barely need to look at the screen. But then there are these attacks where there's a little bit of variation. They're generally easier, but you have to actually like adapt a little bit.
I don't know... So I think when it comes to the DDR attacks, the red arrow is the next one's gotta hit you.
Yeah.
Except when that's not true.
Yeah.
So that...
Sometimes, well, I guess it just means that it's the one that's closest to you.
Yeah, but they're coming in variable speeds, so sometimes that doesn't mean much. But that time I was holding for the red one, and the blue one came in from the left.
Yeah. Well, now you know that for next time, I guess.
Alright, 33. We keep ending that first one at 33.
Let's see if we can improve that next time. Just one of those things when you are up against a fight that you basically are know that you are going to that you know that you're going to have to do multiple times, even if there is some sort of theoretical ability to beat it in one try. You know you're not going to. It just helps to have the mindset of you know, improving individual bits. And it doesn't feel as frustrating.
One of my big problems is I fuck up once and then that starts a cascade where I did the same thing, where I fuck up multiple times in a row.
Yeah, that's very easy to have happen in this game because, you know, the attacks are sort of, they're done in such a way that you're supposed to dodge all of them, or rather you're supposed to dodge them entirely, and if you end up out of sync, then your dodging is also out of sync. Like, they're based, a lot of them, on shoot 'em up patterns, and in those games, generally, if you get hit once, you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you get to sort of reset your position in the pattern. But in this game, that's not how it works, so yeah, it can get confusing and you just end up getting hit a bunch of times. That happens to me as well.
Did even worse that time. I think the notebook is the right choice. So
Yeah.
there's that.
It does minimize the sort of fuck-uppery. get a second to escape, to reset your brain, to find your spot in the pattern.
Yeah, that one just like actively lies to you.
Yeah, yeah, it's just fucking with you. I can see that now. I don't remember that. I guess it depends on the pattern. Sometimes it's not fucking with you, and sometimes it is.
That one, it looked like it hammers you from above, and then just like,
that time it
gives you a
seemed
left
like the
and
red
right.
arrows were correct,
Yeah.
but in the previous slower one, they were not.
Ah. That one I might just have to accept I'm gonna take a hit.
Yeah, or you can just note down the directions, because they will always be the same. So you can just do the dodge without looking when you get to that point. Because I do think she also runs out of patterns at some point, and certain ones she just repeats the hardest pattern. That is sort of the last one. So if you can know how to dodge that one once you get there, it's you just need determination.
Yeah, just be determined. That circle of spears thing, that was... I don't really have a good answer for that at the moment.
Yeah, it takes a few tries to figure out how to deal with that one. But from what I remember, at some point, it starts to be like, oh, it's just the spinny spears. Good, that means I won't take damage. Eventually, but it takes a while. I should also note that, honestly, you're doing better than I did the first time I got here already. I am very bad at DDR stuff.
I used to be okay at it. Dog and I in college used to have like a DDR club like pretty regularly.
No.
And played a
I
lot
guess
of
it's
Step
not on
Mania.
beat here. Does that help? Or is it just pure memorization when it comes to DDR?
A little bit.
Actually help.
It's more, yeah, it's more to the beat. There were certain ones where, like, depending on the song, I remember this one, like, cowboy song in particular where you had to, like, gallop, and it was kind of easier just to remember the steps.
Right.
But that was more the exception than the rule. For me, anyway.
Well, in that case...
I'd ask Dog for his opinion, but I'm guessing by the silence he's not having another cigarette.
Yeah, he's dead.
Or he died.
Just accidentally killed
Oh my
him
god,
too.
I had to kill Dog, too!
Yeah, well, you know.
Fuck.
I have accepted that I'm next. You know.
I was gonna say, things are not looking great for you, friend.
No. It happens.
Okay,
I knew the risks.
I think this might be the best I've gotten in going into this particular phase.
Yep. It has.
So let's eat the Cinnabunny. And we know it's going to start from the left. Okay. I think the trick to that one might just be it's the blue one that's going to hit you, not the
Oh, yeah,
not the
maybe.
red one. I think it might just be the polar opposite. Oh, fuck me. That one's really simple, too. It's just left up, left up, left up, right down, right down, right down.
Oh, there you go then. If you can remember that the next time, then, you know, just do that.
Because the notes, they come in from the same direction. It's just the second half of them are those yellow spin-around notes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. There's more reason to this than it initially first appears.
Yeah, no, it's not random at all, is the thing. I mean, there are some patterns that require you to adapt on the fly, but for a lot of them, it's just, no, you learn them. You do it the same way every time.
Okay, that one's a circle, and then it circles back and again. Okay, all right.
Okay, you took one hit less this time on the first pattern. So, progress is being made.
Progress is being made. I'm getting closer and closer to killing my fish friend.
Yay!
I'm back. Have we made progress?
I have
Hey,
made some
you're-
progress.
You're still alive!
I suspected either you went out for another cigarette or I ended up killing you two.
Yes, I'm dead now.
Well, you know, at least another one on your conscience. It's no big deal.
Okay, what's next? It's the blues.
Oh, feisty. Think you can survive?
There you go.
No, hey, you did.
But
Nice
I mean, right now would probably be good for your snowman piece.
Yeah. Because even if you can't win this time, you know, we're
I forgot about this
gathering
piece.
information.
Yeah, no, I'm getting more comfortable with the way it's working. Okay, so now we got bop 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 bop. Oh, just okay, whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
Nicely done.
Okay. Gotta figure out something about this. And it's a tight needle to thread.
I think generally for those sorts of patterns, you want to move and stop and move and stop. But you still need to, like, you move through one pattern, then you stop and you move through the next. But obviously, still need
Oh,
a
hey,
few
Sans.
attempts to learn the pattern.
Sans, thank you for that follow. Sorry about what I did to your brother. He's a comedian, and his name is Sans. I get it. I don't know much about Papyrus as a font, so if there's a joke there other than it's just another font name, I don't know it.
It's just an ugly font that you don't want to use ever.
That's why I stick with Lotto Light. Lato Light? Lotto? Okay. so close. Yeah, it's the pop, 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 pop. That one, it's just really hard to get to the side and back up in time. It's very small window.
Sometimes it's reading the pattern, sometimes it's just having reactions.
Well, I'm good at having reactions, especially in public, in embarrassing moments.
Oh, good. That's gonna help you here, I think.
Doesn't help me at parties.
Well, this is kind of a party.
This is a party of sorts.
You know what?
Back
Let's
to
just
DDR.
use it. Yeah, let's just okay.
The book is keeping you alive.
I should have stayed up.
Getting halfway.
Yeah, that was more than halfway, in fact.
So it is not
I don't
lost
remember
on
if
me.
she...
Go ahead.
I don't remember if she busts out some sort of super attack at some point.
God, that's what we need.
But other than that, if that is indeed a thing, which I don't remember, because I don't remember this fight very well, then, you know, you're doing fine.
Yeah, doing all right.
You're-
This might
we
be
got there.
this might be the end of the stream tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to, like, do some practicing of this off stream, that's not the worst thing.
No. Just, again, it is repeatable. So if you were to practice, that would not, like, go away, probably. It would probably stay in your system.
The final fight, which is still, you know, nameless because Raqus does not know that.
It's
Took me upwards of 30 attempts. I counted.
Took
Oh,
me
the
more than
final
that,
fight.
but yeah, a lot.
I lost count around 20, and then I got it eventually after that.
What's next? I think she's got Magic's boots.
It was just the style at the time. Or down here. Or, I don't know.
Hmm.
It's a good time to catch up on my uploads.
Yeah. Get them archives. Boom! Round 1. Perfect. Done.
Yay! See? This is exactly how these fights are supposed to go.
Round 2.
These fights are very learnable, but just at a very slow pace.
Yeah. Unfortunately, once you are able to deal with each attack, the fight, or I should put it this way: when you win, the winning attempt doesn't take that long. So actually winning is not like a grind. It's the mastery takes a while.
Yeah, not a great first round overall. Okay.
That is generally how I think it's. I mean, it shouldn't do everything the same every time, of course, but I think generally it's a good way of designing a fight.
Yeah.
You can make it very difficult, but once you are able to do it, it doesn't take a long amount of time of concentration to get through.
Yeah, it's only a minute or two, but you have to hone that minute down. You gotta polish the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
This one I just gotta pay attention because I think it changes. Where's the red? Where'd the red go? Okay, I thought I had an idea for
Red
how that
broke. Sorry.
Oops.
Thought I had an idea on how that worked, and I was wrong. Or it changed. I'm not sure.
Almost had it.
So that one phase, it was just follow the red line, but then the arrows stopped turning red.
Yeah, it might have been a bug. Who knows?
Might have. I'm not sure.
I'm leaning on bug.
Yeah, I
Don't lean
haven't
on
seen
that
that
bug.
before, so.
You're much larger than a bug. You'll hurt the bug if you lean on it. Ha 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 ha.
Well, that's sort of the thing we're doing right now.
Oh,
Anyway.
that's right. Yeah, fucking murder that bug. Kill that bug. Fuck that bug.
Yeah.
Stupid bug. Okay. Okay. That's just some back and forthy circles. This is just back and forthy left and rights. This one. Yeah, this one you gotta just follow the red, but it goes very quickly. This one... Still not really sure what to do about most of the arrow ones. This one I usually get, but then sometimes... They're not arrows, they're spears. But then sometimes that one, the shades are solid longer than I think they are.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is learned, but there is also a bit of execution. So that's why, well, it is one of the reasons why this fight can be so hard, is just because you have to stay focused. You can't just learn the patterns, you also have to execute and dealing with them.
And I'm not good at shmups.
You will be at the end of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fucking just buy all the Tohos and master them.
Or you won't get through.
Yeah, if you get
It's,
through
it's
this,
one
you
of
can
two.
say you're pretty okay.
I mean, granted.
Go ahead.
Okay, it's not exactly bullet hell. Like, if you played a quote-unquote proper one, it would...
It's closer to bullet hell than I would like.
People misuse that word a lot. But...
Some of us just have a lower tolerance for hell, that's all.
well, welcome to it. But it's still sort of the same principle that if you can read the pattern, it's a lot easier to dodge. If you try to manually sort of get through it every time, then you're gonna have problems.
I'm gonna have a bad time.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Alright, so if there's a pattern here, I'm not sure what it is yet, then, because it looks like chase the red arrow. And then the red arrow stops. So that can't be it.
Yeah, honestly, I think the way I did it was just determining which arrow is closest without regards for color. So turn the color receptors of your brain off, and then we can start really getting that pattern.
Oh my god, this game looks really weird like that.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you...
Oh my god, I dumped all my cones, or rods, I don't know how it works.
Or beacons, yeah. You're gonna... You keep them in like a little plastic set bag or something, because you're gonna need to put them back later.
Oh no, shit.
Just
I'm
another thing
now.
for your eye doctor to handle.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's why you have problems. Just
hey,
keep
Loon.
ripping things out of your eyes. You're
Loon
not
is
supposed to
howling.
do...
So what's funny is my partner has an art project she did on the wall, and it's a bunch of leather scraps with eyeballs painted on them, tied up into empty frames, and depictions of various eye injuries and diseases. And it's been hanging on my wall for like 3 years now. You know how you there's a thing in your home that you see every day and forget. I rediscovered it recently. Now it's all I can fucking see. Okay, so color receptors off. That went better. I'm normally coming out of that one at 23, so that went better. And not good stuff.
It seems like you've started to read the sphere pattern now. You do a little circle, and that makes all the spears much easier to avoid than if you try to dodge just the one that is currently coming towards you.
Yeah, I guess I was trying to stay toward the outside and away to give me more reaction time, but I think that's boxing me into a corner and doing more harm than good.
Yeah, that's... A lot of shmup patterns are trying to prey on your instincts. And you have to... You know, they are designed to sort of trick you to put yourself in a corner and be boxed in. And so you have to fight that instinct a little bit.
Stupid instincts.
Yeah. In a lot of shmups, really just doing small movements is often the solution to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
If you try to big movements, then you get boxed in very quickly.
So what's next? We got 2 circles of spears in a row.
Yeah,
And I haven't had to heal yet, so I'm doing okay.
this is true.
This might be my best run so far. I got cocky.
Might be.
Might have been. Past tense.
Was close.
Progress was still made, you know.
There was progress. There was progression. I don't even know. I have not been counting attempts. Fuck bunch.
Yeah, just don't even. It won't help you in any way. It will only harm you. Just focus on your progress. I know I'm sounding. I don't know.
No, you're my new life coach. This is good.
Yeah, it has become sort of a habit because I love fighting games, and I've tried to introduce a lot of my pals to the genre, and it takes a little bit of, you know, being able to explain kind of esoteric concepts and stuff like that. So I end up in that mode of like, well, you need to think about it this way, and it's, like, sometimes I think I'm going insane. But sometimes it's helpful too, so you have to take the good with the bad.
Okay, snowman piece.
Meanwhile, I'm doing something way harder. Font matching.
Match those
Not even
fonts.
close. I can't. Like I'm actually not good at this at all. Anytime
Hello. FNAF.
Anytime I try to do that.
Shrike. Yeah, no, it's getting there. It might this might be a thing where I'm gonna try a few more times and then y'all can see the recording of me doing it after the fact.
Yeah.
That might be a good idea, actually.
I had to do that a couple of times for Undertale, and I know it's not as exciting as watching it live, but I also don't want to waste like 2 hours of y'all's time watching me practice.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at some of the streams that people want to watch sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I just mentioned about fighting games, a pal from the old SA days decided to start learning them from complete scratch, and that is part of it's been him just sitting in training mode and practicing combos and trying to figure out how you know, various mechanics work. And I still think that's really interesting to watch because, you know, when it comes to a realization about something, it's like, oh, that's why this happens, and that's why this works, and then suddenly it's a lot easier, and it's just, I don't know, it's fascinating to see and what people pick up in what order.
When it comes to fighting games, I think sometimes my eyes do the Dragon Ball Z thing where, like, I just can't move I can't take the information in fast enough to comprehend it.
Oh, it's the same thing with fighting games as it is with shmups. You have to play them a little bit, otherwise it's just gonna look like nonsense. That's unavoidable.
I knew a guy in high school who, we were in a computer programming class together, and so all that was blowing off classwork and playing emulators. And he would play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 over and over and over again.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Day
that
after
is
day
the...
after day. And he would try to explain to me, like, what he was doing. And, like, dude, all I know is there's a number on the screen that went from 1 to 900 in, like, the last 30 seconds, and I'm not quite sure what you did to make that happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Marvel 2 is probably, like, if you were to start on fighting games, and you said, you know, Marvel 2, I think it looks pretty, I want to try that one, I would go, no! Do not start with Marvel 2.
Don't do that.
You will try and you will end up with about a 90%
You'll have a bad
chance
time.
to just hate the genre. Either that or just go well it's 90% you will just go, I don't fucking get any of this, fuck this. Or you will just get inexorably hooked and just play that game and nothing else forever. That's basically how it went, from what I understand.
My major fighting game experience was with Tekken. I had Tekken
Tekken's
3.
cool.
And from what I've heard in fighting game circles, it's kind of like baby's first not really a game.
No? Who told you that?
Some guys I went to college with.
That's completely incorrect. Tekken is one of the most complex fighting games that people play right now.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I played as Eddie and tapped
That's
both
complete
the kick
bullshit.
buttons a lot.
That is just elitism. Right there.
I mean, these were the guys I was in the Smash Brothers club with, so...
So fuck them. Yeah. Also, fuck those guys. They were all shitty. Fuck them. They were insufferable. It was why I ended up disliking Smash in the first place.
Even back in the day, it was the culture. It's been consistent.
The local melee groups, at least the ones I was a member of or knew people in, were not the most welcoming places.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've not played. I mean, I haven't owned a Nintendo console that I could have played Smash on, so I've not really played it that much. But it is still kind of fascinating to me when the fighting game community ends up interacting with the Smash community, because they're sort of separate. And it's mostly just Smash people being insufferable for no reason, and regular fighting game people making fun of them. That's mostly how that ends up. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know why specifically the Smash community has fostered this sort of culture of weird elitism and whininess.
I couldn't tell you. The last time I interacted with those kinds of groups was for the midnight release for Brawl. The first one on the Wii. And then I went home and I played Brawl, and I saw, oh, it has a single-player mode. That solves all my problems. And Subspace Emissary is fucking great. Like, technically, the others had they all have a single-player mode, but, like, that was the first one to have, like, a fairly robust campaign-style thing going on, so it was a lot of fun. And it was really good.
Right. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, but you know, if you ever end up beating the Genocide run, maybe I'll try to trick you into trying a fighting game again sometime.
You would try that.
Yeah, you have to install a box in his house, prop it up with a stick, and put a copy of Street Fighter, or put a fight stick underneath it. And you're like,
Right.
oh, free fight stick, and then you're trapped. And you're like, oh, now you have to play with it.
Damn it.
Obviously.
It's just like my junior prom all over again. Don't ask.
I'll do one of those saw traps, but you have to learn Street Fighter.
Hello, Raqus. I want to play a game. It's a little more literal this time than usual.
Yeah. I mean, how about a best of 5? How about that?
Fucking Saw is a great series. I will fucking stand up for Saw any day of the week.
It seems like after... I mean, I haven't watched any of them, but from what I've heard from people that have, it sort of starts kind of half serious and then gets dumber as the series goes on. But
And
that's
thus
kind of
you
what
see
people
the
expect.
appeal of the thing.
Yeah, it's kind of what people expect at this point, so what they
The
like.
first... I will go so far as to say the first 3 movies try to take themselves seriously. After that, half of each movie is dedicated to doing mental gymnastics to get around all of the plot holes from the last movie. And it's fucking great. It is the most entertaining thing to watch because every time they make it all make sense. For certain degrees of sense. They make it all make
Gotcha.
sense to the point where you can't call them out for having plot holes. And it gets to such ridiculous levels of stretching reasonability that I just, like, you can't not want to see, like, how are they going to get themselves out of this one? And it's great, and I love it.
So it's sort of the characters are trying to get themselves out of seemingly inescapable traps, and the movies too.
Yeah, the
Script is.
The characters' traps are secondary to the pitfalls and traps that the screenwriters have set up for themselves that they have to escape. That is a good way to put it. Yes.
Hey, that's actually kind of, an impressive theming.
One of the guys was actually an alumnus from our school, and he came and did one of the producers. He came and did a talk one time. And so I went to the talk, and someone asked him, during the Q&A session, so how long are you going to keep making Saw movies? And he just straight up said, like, as long as people keep paying for them. Like, as long as I can make money off of this, that is my first and only priority here.
Yeah. I mean, I'd give the same answer, probably. Like, at that point, it would be honestly more intellectually bankrupt to say, as long as we have a vision for it, or some shit like that. Like, when you're 4 sequels deep or whatever it is in a horror slasher movie series.
7
You
sequels
can't
at this point.
7?
There's 8 total, so 7 sequels to the original, 8 movies total.
Right.
With a
And
9th
I know there are
one that was
video
supposed
games
to
as
come
well.
out. Yes, they are bad.
Yeah.
I played the first one. I haven't gotten my hands on the second one.
I heard, I'm sure they're canon as well somewhere.
They try to be.
Yeah. But the point just being, it's honestly better to say, yeah, I mean, we make them because they make money at this point. And we're not gonna just poop them out, but I mean, that's why we make them. It's not because we have some great story to tell at this point. So, hope you enjoy. You go see them. Because I mean, making movies, it is, you know, it is work. People get paid.
I will say the new one that was supposed to come out pre-COVID looks like it's going to have more, for lack of a better term, credible merit behind it than the last few.
But as you explained previously, that doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot.
Sure. Okay. Well, so one of the important things to take into account is that it's not the same creative team.
Sure.
It's actually Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson for some reason wanted to get their hands on Saw and they had an idea and they ran with it. So those two guys I trust more than whoever James Wan is, the James Wan descendants are at this point. The original team, the original people behind the movie have kind of been transitioning hands for a while.
Is it a reboot?
Kind of. So they were playing it like kind of close to the chest, right?
Man, you're invested.
This is your best run yet, and all you have to do is talk about movies, I guess?
By the
I
power
guess
of
so.
Saw.
Just distract you with Saw movies, and that will let you escape the deadly spear traps.
I wouldn't even bother healing. You're in
Yeah,
it to
I
win
might
at
as well
this
just
point.
fucking go for the fight.
This is a tricky pattern.
It's easier than it looks, I will say that. Honestly, it's the spear pattern that you did, the it is just the circle of spears again,
Oh,
but
let me
it
just take
looks
a drink after
more
that.
intimidating.
That one I think I was better suited by just hugging the wall and moving in a circle.
Eventually the wall becomes danger, though.
Yeah.
You can do that
You-
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's again the thing with shmup patterns, is that they run out at some point. So that's why you do the tiniest movements possible, and hopefully that will be enough that you don't need to actually like reposition and do a big dodge to the other side of the screen or something to get space.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the pattern just ends at the side of the screen and you can just move away from there.
Had to just... Yeah, I had to turn my brain off so that the subconscious could take over.
Yeah, it's, there's some truth to that as well.
I mean, it's how
Yeah.
I ended up beating Nightmare King Grim.
Yeah, I mean that's it's kind of a similar situation, really, though, right? Nightmare Grim is also very difficult, and it is a lot of learning patterns as well.
He's got like 5 attacks. They all have very definitive and simple responses. You just have to not psych yourself out and second guess what the tell is gonna be.
They're very fast, so
And they're
if
very
you-
fast.
Yeah. So you make the wrong initial dodge, and you can end up being not juggled, because that doesn't happen, but basically the same thing as here, is that you lose track of where you are and you take a bunch of hits instead of just the one. Do you want to tell us more about the Saw sequel?
Um,
See if that helps.
so it's called Spiral, and it's technically a movie in the Saw universe. So it's in that zone where, like, is it a prequel, sequel, reboot all at the same time? I don't know what's going on.
Like, is this some... Is the Saw universe some sort of, like...
No, it was never a thing. It was just a series of these movies.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, is there something else that is going on while, like, in the wider world? Or something? Or is it just Jigsaw?
It's just Jigsaw. So
Just
yeah,
Jigsaw.
the central conceit of the movie, just in and of itself, was like unusual enough that everyone who, you know, was looking for more Saw, like, saw that and immediately got interested.
Right. Alright. Gotcha.
Plus, I really like Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson. Those are two great names to attach to anything.
Is Chris Rock a comedian?
Yes.
Yeah, he's done dramatic work in the past.
Okay.
New Jack City is quite a bit dated, but, you know, one of his more well-known dramatic bits. Although he is now on the... 1 second.
Time for the slow arrows.
He's the lead on the current season of Fargo, and I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but...
Fargo is still going? Didn't that start
Yeah,
really
they
long time?
do, they do the seasons not necessarily yearly, but, you know, when they have an idea. I don't know, I think I had better luck with that one on the walls. Yeah, they're up to 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Well, this one with Chris Rock is the 4th.
You have to get yourself into the pattern. You were sort of going against the pattern. It's, you know, it's not super easy to see because there's a bunch of spears.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on there, and I can't really...
Just kind of distracting you.
But the DDR stuff is getting simpler.
Yeah. If you could identify the blocks for the next set of yellow arrows, that would probably help, because you have the first 2 down now, I think.
And there's, like, hitting the crit with the notebook, but that doesn't seem like as much of a...
That probably doesn't... Probably, maybe... wins you 1 turn
like it would,
or something at some point.
Yeah, more damage would mean less turns, but, like, we're not really at a point where it's coming to that close. So
yeah.
That third one is just sometimes sometimes they don't line up in a way that I can anticipate. That third spot is just a hole. What have we got next? We've got... I think that one's the same every time. And then we got the hammer. This one's just a reflex test.
Yeah.
Now we got left,
The
right.
ADR patterns are at least always the same.
Left up, right down. Okay. Not all of them. The third one changes it up. The one where I thought it was follow the red, but the red kept bugging out.
Yeah, but that might be a bug. That might not be intentional.
That one's just difficult with the way.
See, I will say this, and this is why I like the fight that comes after this one more. Is that the heart is not really that great of a shmup character, both in that it's really slow and sluggish, and also large.
It is both of those things, or all three
So
of those things.
So when you're purely doing like shmup dodging in Undertale, it's not really as satisfying as it would be in like proper shmup, I would say. So I kind of prefer when other things are happening, which, you know, it does in all the other fights.
Oh, slow arrows. And next is the...
That was complete block, I believe.
Uh-huh. You know, the slow one's not too bad. Okay, now we're going to be getting into those like, fast spinning spear fucking...
Yeah. So if you can... It's tough, but if you can sort of see the hole rather than... Yeah, kind of like that. If you can see the hole that is left by the spears rather than, you know, try to dodge the spears, it is a very easy pattern to dodge. It is mostly about confusing your senses. That one seems to be giving you trouble.
Yeah, no, that one... Whatever I'm aiming at, I'm not leading or anticipating the gaps in the spears enough to...
Yeah.
To not get hit by the spears.
Yeah. But they are, I think, aimed directly at you. So if you can find a way to dodge the entire pattern once, you should be able to just do that same.
So the spin,
pattern
the spin and everything is the same. That would be replicable.
I think so. Yeah.
That's okay. That's good. I mean,
but
I
if
hope
you,
I hope that is the case. That would be good if that were the case.
yeah. But since you have a lot more freedom of movement, it's in that phase rather than just holding a single direction. It's, you're more likely to put yourself in a variable spot, I guess.
So here's the first hurdle. Bad. Could have been worse.
Not quite, but you still got hit less than you did before. Well, maybe not this time.
I don't think they're identical, because I started both of those runs, both of those attempts just holding straight left, and the first time I missed and the second time I hit.
Sure.
So
it might be a little bit of variation.
Yeah, I don't think they're exactly the same.
Yeah. But it was more like, there is probably a pattern you can repeat on screen that will make it a lot easier to avoid. Like, maybe not a like, exact replication every time, but a pattern of movement that is essentially the same every time, with some slight adaptations, depending on where the spin starts. Or it might be that the different, like each session of the spinning spears starts slightly different, but they are the same as they happen in the fight. That might also be a possibility.
Well, one of the big problems is that they start so far away from you, but ultimately will, like, as they get closer, they seal off like they have a complete circle around you. So
Yeah.
you've got to move through the gaps while they exist early on, but that's a long distance you got to go.
Yeah. But more importantly than that, is that if you move around the screen, each individual circle isn't that hard to escape. But when you move around the screen, you might block yourself into a corner, and that will make it hard to avoid them. So you want to try to move around in the middle as much as possible, and find sort of a pattern there, so that you always have all 8 directions to go in.
Yeah. Better than nothing.
Yeah. Because that's another shmup trick, is that a pattern can be the first like 2 or 3 instances of a pattern can be avoided by just going in a single direction. But if you do that, the 4th instance will get you as you are in the corner and now you have nowhere to go. So often just trying to stay center is so you have all directions to move in is usually the best you can do.
Sure. Now, I get the concept. I think part of the... I think another thing I'm grappling with in that particular case is when the next circle of spears materializes, it creates a corner, functionally.
Right.
Regardless of where I am. And I'm not sure how to predict that or deal with it appropriately, I guess.
I don't think you need to predict it, because the last, the last attempt you had, you basically had it. You just got hit. Like, you had gaps to go through. It's just that you missed them once or twice. So I think you basically have it. You just need to execute a little bit better. Sometimes that's just all there's to it.
There is also, I do have a cheese at my disposal that we haven't used yet.
Cheese?
As in tactic, not as in dairy product.
Oh.
Although, I could just generate a bunch of dog salads and wait until I get lucky with them.
You could.
In fact, I'm going to try a little bit of that. Because we have been doing this for a while. And I feel like I've earned myself a little bit of cheese if I need to. Maybe not going to go for a full bag, but, you know. A couple extra healing items might, you know, make the difference. How's them fonts matching?
They're not, but I'm going forward anyway.
You know what looks really great to the eye is like 4 or 5 different fonts all arranged in the same image. Just random. Make one of them Wingdings.
Yes, everyone can read Wingding.
There's always that one kid in high school who learned how to read Wingdings.
Was there?
Okay, I
Actually,
knew a guy.
Yeah, just thinking that I didn't test that fact, but there is someone who may have. Now that I think about it.
It also occurs to me he might have not actually learned Wingdings. He might have just learned a few, how to learned a few sentences, because I don't know if I ever actually quizzed him on it. He also could have just been lying the way people
That's yes. That's also true. Why does Wingdings exist? Who made that? And why?
I don't know the font lore, I'm sorry.
Aren't there like 4 different versions of Wingdings all said and done?
There are several.
Is it supposed to be like a code of some kind? Or is it art? Or what?
It's performance art.
Because, I mean, it's still there. You can still use it. In Word and such, you know? There's still Wingdings if you want those for some reason. But why? Whomst, I ask.
Whomstuff. Oh, man.
Whomst.
Try one more. Alright. Okay. We have a handful of salads.
Watch out, Undyne. I'm gonna eat a tennis ball and you can't stop me. What
Wait,
is
it could be literal garbage?
Yeah.
Literal
What
garbage
is the best dog salad you can get?
It's a full heal. I just don't remember the text for it.
Yeah. Because no, literal garbage does like 2.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's the shitty one.
And fried tennis ball is like 15 or something.
Yeah. Which at this point, we need the full heal. Like, that's really the only thing that would help in this, Because if I could gobble down all these snow pieces and, you know, my quiche and shit, then I'd have had this thing done a while ago.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, probably.
Like, you know, do a full heal. Hit, tank a few hits, do another full heal. Like, there's enough give in the amount of damage that I can get a round of combat or two in.
All right, here's something we might want to do. Just eat all the dog salads right now and see if...
That is the plan.
Try a tennis ball. Literally garbage. Taste yappy. Okay, the third one is yappy.
Nope.
Literally garbage. Okay, so one of those is good.
Third one is yappy. I think
So let's see if we can repeat that.
Hi, Floey. So this should be tennis ball. Yep, and this one should be yappy. Nope.
No, the second one. It's the third one that was yappy. Oh boy.
The fourth one was yappy?
Yes, it is random.
Oh boy. Which means you can't cheese this.
All right,
Maybe not.
got it. So it rolls when you eat it.
And it just happened to roll a certain way.
Oh well, I mean, it
I
is more
think
heal.
I think
Still.
it is static. I think we just counted wrong.
And maybe.
Because the fourth one was the yappy last time. The fourth one was yappy this time.
Man, all
Nope,
this.
never fucking mind.
Literally garbage.
Literally go. All right, well, that means every item is a potential full heal. Fuck it.
Well, all you need to do is to save them for last, because, you know, if you're lucky, then hey, you get it. If you're unlucky, then whatever. You're gonna lose anyway. That sort of thing.
Why won't you answer me?
Look, I didn't hurt a lot of people. I killed a lot of people. It's
Oh,
different.
I guess it doesn't. It only keeps that in before you. You lose your fast skip when you back out and come back in. Oh, Undyne, I have the power of literal garbage. So this is the hardest fight in the game, right?
Oh yeah,
It's all
absolutely. It's
downhill
all
from
smooth
here?
sailing from here. Yeah.
I admit, I was not expecting this much of a difficulty spike. As might
Nobody
have been evident by all of my comments leading up to this moment.
You mean the spike from literally nothing to this? Yeah, it's kind of hard to expect, yeah.
That attack in particular seems like so out of place compared to everything else. Like, what is that 1-3 spear bullshit? You belong in the normal game.
It is in the normal game. It is one of Undyne's normal attacks.
And that's where it should stay. Salad. No, it had bones.
Oh, there are bones.
Oh,
Yappy is only 30 HP.
yeah, it's not even a full heal. Interesting.
You did that perfectly before. I think the dog salad shook you to your core. It's the dog salad betrayal.
Stupid salads. This is why you should eat nothing but red meat.
Yeah.
And
Exactly,
train your
I
children
agree.
also to eat nothing but red meat.
Yeah. No salt though. That's cheating.
Raw red meat. Straight
All
from the
red
bone.
meat. Just grab an animal and go to town.
I see what you're trying to do, and I want to say it's working, but
But then the entire screen got filled with spears. There was no air, there was only spears.
I think you want to do a larger circle.
I always thought it was small movements was the secret to success.
nope. Larger movements.
Large
It-
movements,
That
big,
spaz out all over the
That-
place.
Look,
big
the small
grandiose
movement-
gestures.
the small movement thing applies if you can see what's going on.
Hi, Grease fan. I'm dying to undying the undying. I'm dying and she's undying, and together don't we make quite a pair.
Yeah, we're dying because it's taking forever. No, just kidding.
I'm dying because, well, she can't die, so she's taking all of my lives. And the salads are full of bones. Welcome to Undertale, where the fish are immortal and the salads are full of bones.
Have a lovely time.
How long have we been? I want to. We had. This has been an hour on Undyne at least, if not more.
Yes. This is
Not
exactly what I
normal.
expected would happen.
Yeah, same.
Okay, good. Well, as long as I'm not disappointing anybody.
No,
No,
I
this is
mean,
exactly where I expected the stream to, like, slow down.
Grind to a screeching halt.
But that's the genocide run. Like, if
It's more halt than run.
yeah, I mean, it's more like instead of
Damn it, bones.
continuous progression, you have a few really big problems to solve.
Yappy.
Okay.
The solution is Yappy. Have I missed an armor by any chance? I think I have the tutu.
No.
Yeah, you're good on armor. That's all.
Okay.
That's the best you're gonna get.
Yep.
Damn it, Temmie. Oh, I guess I could go buy some of Temmie's, They don't actually do
Flakes?
much, though. Yeah.
They don't do anything.
Weren't they just papier mache or something?
They were like paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like just like flakes of paper dipped in water?
I thought one of
Something
them.
like that.
I thought one of them increased your defense.
No, they're all the same. They just cost different amounts.
Oh, okay.
It's the
I think
exact
one of
same
them-
thing.
I think one of them was like a super armor that made the game trivial.
But is that Temmie flakes?
There's also the part of me that's like, okay, when I fought Asgore, it reached a point where it took the last, like, third of his life off in a single hit. So if I can just hold out long enough... that better?
Irregardless of, this experience, though, I do highly recommend trying, for example, Crimson Clover.
I can't tell what's going on in that game.
You have to play it.
What?
I see.
You can't just watch it.
Which game?
It is a shoot 'em up called Crimson Clover. It's a really good one.
I was never a huge Simon and Garfunkel fan.
Well,
I don't
maybe
get
you
it.
will be after you. Nah, I don't get it either. But
Crimson and Clover, over and over.
I
don't know
all
enough
their songs.
Garfunkel. I know some Simon.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
they had a song called Crimson and Clover. That's the beginning and the end of the joke there, really. And I use joke very judiciously.
Was it?
It made me laugh. Sans
Anyway.
thought it was funny. Anyway,
He would.
run
have,
that
yeah.
in the ground somewhere. Fuck. Left down.
Betrayed by the dog salad once again. But yeah, it's a shmup, really good one, and it has when you play on the I forget what it's called, if it's beginner or novice or whatever, but the easy difficulty. It has this very nice sort of scaling up. It does, where the first level you can basically just hold down the shoot button and you will win, even if you don't look at the screen. And then the bosses, you may have to dodge a bullet or two. And then the second stage, you may have to dodge a bullet or two, and then the boss is a bit harder, and so on. It goes up in a sort of comfortable way. And so you get the opportunity to learn the ropes, basically.
Shmup-wise, I played Soldner X, and I was not very good at it.
Sounds familiar, but I don't think I've played it myself. There are a lot of shmups.
It was a German PS3 game. It was like the first thing I bought on the store when I got my PS3, and it was weird. I did Jamestown, and I wasn't very good at it.
Yeah, Jamestown is it tries. I mean, it's okay. I think it's pretty good, but I feel like it tries harder than it's good at what it's trying to do. If that makes sense. It's ambitious, but the designers are missing a few pieces, basically.
Ikaruga, and I cried.
Ikaruga is super hard, and, well, shmup pros, quote-unquote, will say that Ikaruga is actually very easy, and that's because it is a very, just like this fight, it is very repeatable. Like, once you've learned it, you can play it in your sleep, basically. Whereas
That's
a lot
very
of other
impressive.
shmups have very variable patterns that you have to adapt to on the fly.
I can do
but
very few things in my sleep.
this is true, but you know what I mean. But getting to that point, though, where you are that good at shmups, I'm not that good at shmups. I can't beat Ikaruga fairly. It's too hard for me.
Tyrion is my ideal shmup. I am very good at Tyrion.
It is not hard to be good at Tyrion. I would
That's
say.
why I'm good at Tyrion.
Tyrion is just trash. Maybe I'm a little bit elitist there, but it is
Oh,
one of those games that
I'm sorry, Dectaline. You
people
seem to
make
be
fun of.
vanishing from the call. Hold on, what happened? No, I'm not good at shmups, and so the shmup that is easy enough for people who are not good at shmups, that's my speed.
Nah, I mean, I'm sure
I tried
it's
Toho.
fine, but it's you know, it's a genre that takes a little bit to get into, but once you're in it, you will realize that, oh, actually, this is why didn't I do this sooner? That sort of thing. It's a little bit of an initial investment just to get into it. But it is definitely, it's not an easy genre. That's not a claim I'm going to make.
I was gonna say like anchovies and lutefisk.
I'm never gonna claim that you should eat lutefisk. That is, it's horrible.
I have a
Or
friend,
more like, you either like it or you don't.
I've got a friend who's very proud of her Norwegian heritage, and she won't touch the stuff.
Well, there you go. What a wise person. Nah, I mean, if someone likes that, then I mean, more power to them. But I tried once, I'm good. There is so much delicious food in the world that I can just skip over lutefisk.
Yeah, it's like I have a similar thing with kimchi. I'm like, it's actively rotting. I think I'll pass.
I mean, that's
Oh, God,
that in and of itself doesn't bother me, because I mean, it's not bad food, obviously. Otherwise, people wouldn't eat it. It's just using a particular process. Hey, nice dodge. Nice work. It is.
That pattern keeps killing you.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you should when you get to that pattern. That, and you should, like you did with the previous yellow arrow pattern, you should try to note down what the blocks are, if you can.
Watch the recording and write them down. Go frame by frame.
Yeah, sure.
I'm laughing when I say it, but I'm not kidding.
But actually, though...
Frame by frame might be a bit much.
But the thing you just said, though...
I'm laughing while saying it because I didn't have to do that, so I feel superior.
You can feel superior, and I'll kill the immortal fish.
Sure, we'll settle for that. I'm just saying, once you realized where the yellow arrows were going on the first pattern,
you had no problem avoiding them then.
Yeah, you stopped getting hit by that pattern entirely.
Sure. No, you're both correct. It's just a matter of like, I have not.
You haven't seen it enough.
That far enough to be able to take note of it. Because by the time I get there, I'm distracted. So I should heal myself before that, so I can actually focus on it. And be afraid I'm gonna die. No, yeah, terrible. Man, sometimes I just get hit and I don't know. Like I swear they're hitting the shield. But there's just so many. It's like a millisecond off.
Yeah.
You know what? We are gonna just fucking heal so we can get there and see the thing.
That makes sense. See? It's a circle.
It's a circle with a lot of very specific jiggly bits.
Yeah, but moving in the circle gives you the space you need to do the jiggly bits.
Yes, but the jiggly bits, sometimes if I jiggle one way instead of the other way, it's a matter... It's
Well,
the
no.
difference between life and death.
Don't jiggle in that direction. Stop it. It's easy.
Left down, right up. That was the first part of that.
And then I think it's just the same way, it's just the circle.
No,
reverses.
it started with down the second time.
Then it was down, left, right.
That one's simple. Oh, I've gotten that one.
Do you have any healing left?
We shall see. Oh, slow time.
Once you stop, once you leave the pattern and you start going in random directions, and you're done when it comes to dense patterns like that one. It's just not happening. If you're basically at 1 hit point. That is fine.
Bones.
Just kind of waiting for that. In that instance, yeah.
Yeah. And then I get in that loop where like all I'm doing is healing to recover the damage I got from the last one, and I'm not actually making any progress on killing Fish Lady.
Yeah, but you were really close to the end anyway.
Yeah, it's... What time is it?
Is it time for the training
time is-
montage?
It might be time for the training montage. What time is it in Sweden? Because you're the one whose time is going to be like getting...
4 in the
ridic-
morning.
I gotta go
What the
soon.
the fuck are you doing up watching me play this at 4 in the morning and you didn't say anything?
Basically the same thing I'm always doing. Nothing.
Yeah, I need to hop off pretty soon if we want
Alright.
to take one more crack at it.
This will be the last one, and then I'm gonna take some time off, or maybe I'll just do it now.
Yeah. Might as well just finish it now. That would be the perfect time to do it.
I mean, the perfect time would have been to do it an hour and a half ago, but
Absolutely not. You need to suffer. Look, it's what is the point of purgatory if you are not purged at all?
how mad would you both have been if I had just one shot of this?
That
I don't
would
think
not have
I
happened.
don't think that would have happened.
It is so beyond the realm of possibility as to not even ponder the outcome.
Pretty much. There is exceedingly few people where I could have said they might have done it in one try. And they didn't either, so... It's one of those things where I could have seen, for example, Smite doing it in one go for some reason. Because he's just randomly super good at games he's never played before.
Blindfolded, fucking covered in jelly. Why not?
Sure.
Salad percent. Wait, what? No, honey percent. Sorry.
Yeah.
Salad percent is where you eat a
100%.
lot of salad.
Yeah, just to cover your controller in salad.
Man, I'm
What
still...
does that do? Well, It's a gimmick.
Break
you know.
apart your controller and scatter it in a salad, and then eat that salad.
Right.
Somehow it still makes me gag. Like, even the salad.
What? Just having your hands in salad?
No, because it makes me think about fucking, that time.
No.
That
The-
incident.
The Aki
The
stream.
incident.
Oh yeah.
That is still so great. If Xenogears has given me nothing else, it has given us the incident.
That incident.
What happened?
It's
Is
the
it something
joke is
on
that Xenogears is a series of incidents. It never stops being just one incident after the next.
Accurate.
And also that they keep referring to things in that way for no real reason. Like they keep saying that one time or that man or 10
Yeah.
years ago it was just like this.
5,000 years ago, and it just became a running joke.
Or it's just like the incident.
Well, I
And
mean,
it
that's just
does
being,
that so much that you can't take it seriously for very long.
that's just being true to scripture. Like, the entire Bible's written that way.
That's a ooh, yappy.
Yappy. That might be the yappy that saves the day.
Well, if you dodge real well,
Except I fucked it up.
well, you betrayed the dog salad this time. Hope you're happy. I hope you're happy.
You got it.
I
right
fucked
after
up the
that joke.
easy part.
Can't believe
Second
this.
yappy!
At least it didn't kill you. No way. And the game is taking pity on you now.
Nope. Because now we've got a recording of last Saturday, but it's on a delay through the side stream. There it goes.
Yeah.
Or it's not on the side stream at all.
It's on the stream. Yeah.
It's starting well, I see.
Yeah.
it's true.
Yes. Arrows everywhere. Breathing in
I
all
assume
the
you
arrows.
made that number up though.
This was after about an hour and a half of playing on Saturday. You're getting the end where it actually does something important.
Right, but you weren't on 2,500 attempts, were you?
You don't know. I mean, we spent like 3 hours on it last week. I
Yeah.
didn't keep count.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's what it felt like.
I think the most attempts I've had on a thing was one of the DLC bosses in Dark Souls 3 had like 50 attempts or something.
I would not be surprised if someone went through the footage and actually did the counting if this was actually up to like close to 100 attempts. I would not. If someone told me that number, I would legitimately go, yep, that sounds right.
It is
I put up-
not an easy boss.
I did the editing and put up the Path of Pain video since this, and I decided I actually was going to count while I was scrubbing through the footage.
Oh, you
400
that
and
move.
yeah, I got that down. 419 deaths on Path of Pain.
Damn.
That's seems reasonable. Path of Pain is hard, and you
It's
die very
very-
quickly.
It is
Die.
very hard. So hey, yeah, we got through. We get through the first series of reds. I have to take a little bit of a breather, but we get through the first series of reds without getting hurt. I also decided to go back and put the ballet shoes back on because the extra 500 points of damage were adding up. And I noticed doing it with the torn notebook, I was getting very close to the end and not quite closing the gap. So I figured if I can just get better at dodging
Get
the
a little
attacks,
hit less.
yeah, exactly. Then that damage would push it through, and I would have fewer patterns to have to get through. Ultimately,
It's one of those things you have to measure out, basically.
it got to the point I looked up her. She's got 23,000 HP. I looked it up on the wiki, and I started counting in my head, like as I was going along. Because that way I would know, like, when I get close, like, fuck it, don't worry about healing, just go, 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 go.
Yeah, there's a point where you're at go time, and you just have to go for it. Otherwise, you end up in a loop.
Exactly, yeah. I heal, I lose all that health, I heal, I lose all that health, I run out of hit points. I run out of healing items.
It's a variation on the I heal, I get hit, I heal again.
This run is going very well.
Yeah, no, this...
Oh god, okay, I jinxed it.
Yeah, way to go. Way to retro past jinx me.
Wow, that's impressive.
But this section is super easy, so I was confident just going into this, and these next couple. I think after this is the slow arrows, and you'll notice me having to, like, pause, catch my breath, compose myself.
That's not a bad idea. It is sort of turn-based, so it's no reason not to.
Yeah, it got to the point where I was like, okay, if I can get past the slow arrows, then I'm in a good spot, because those are a lot. And you have time to deal with them, but you can confuse yourself very easily.
Yeah, it's like trying to play the song at 60 BPM on DDR.
So
And
first heal, use a dog
tennis ball.
salad.
Damn you, tennis ball. But yeah, when it you
Oh no!
Skin of teeth.
Tennis ball.
more tennis ball.
More
Delicious.
tennis ball. Was so convinced I was dead at this point. Like, this was me almost fucking in tears. And then the
Literally
arrows
garbage?
are not. And then literally, the arrows, for some reason, I thought they lasted a lot longer than that.
So literally garbage is a full heal. We were wrong about that.
I think Shrike pointed that out last time, but yeah.
Okay. I
There
was
was a
wrong
lot
about
going
that, because
on.
I thought literally garbage was just 1 HP.
And she's down.
Yay! Victory and something.
Fine, a fucking lead. And then she says this. Which I thought was kind of interesting, because now we are being defeated by the power of friendship. Damn it.
We are not a nice child.